Hey guys, Wolfie here. This is a Sephiroth character spotlight video for the city of Final Fantasy VII Global. This is the 19th or 20th of January 2021, depending on where you're at on the planet. So, once a month I do these videos where I give one character from the game the spotlight, go over their skill sets, all that good stuff. So, in this case, this month is Sephiroth. It is an odd month, and it's going to be a male character. Now, I do want to warn you, my Sephiroth is not fully built. I do not have this burst weapon, so keep that in mind. So, what I'm going to be doing here with Sephiroth is, sans the burst weapon, because again, I don't have it. However, I can, go into the burst weapon shop, quote unquote, and give you guys an idea of like what it's supposed to do, which actually can help compensate for the fact that I don't have this burst weapon. So that's that on that. I do want to mention here that February is going to be at least for Final Fantasy XIV. I probably will not know the March or April characters until close to the end of February. Because, I try not to think that far along. Or should I say that far in advance. And I want to make sure, I actually have as much of the character's kit as possible. So, with that bit out of the way, like I said, next month is going to be released for Final Fantasy XIV. And for Sephiroth, he does have a rework on JP. He just doesn't have it here yet on Global. He also does have his character enhancement boards here on Global outside the LD extension. So, with that, with the whole thing with the secondary rework, I'm not going to go into that for this video. However, once comes to the time where the Sephiroth rework does come to Global, I'll probably do the second rework at that time. Just not in this video. So, with that bit out of the way, the usual disclaimer for this video applies. Any opinion in this video is my opinion and my opinion only. And, with that bit out of the way, I will have the Dissidia database website, a link in the description below, so that way you guys can get information on Sephiroth on your own time. And with that, I will meet you at, his bio. So, I'll be back. Okay, so I am back. This is the bio we have here for the game on Sephiroth. A legendary hold on a second here. I gotta do something real quick. I had to apologize for that unexpected pausing. I'm trying to get some food away from the cat. Seems like Sandy the Tabby, he's being a bit of a bad boy, so I actually had to, get the food away from him. So basically, this is Sephiroth's bio in a nutshell. Let me grab this But yeah, basically, this is his bio in a nutshell. So that's on that. This is pretty much how he became the Beast, so to speak. Now, like I said, I do not have his burst ability, which is Heaven's Light. And we're just going to jump into this right here. That is skill 1. This is skill 2. This is the EX ability right here. This is the additional ability. This is the LD ability. Now, you see here my Sephiroth is at 80-80. And let me get this down a little bit. And I do have 3 of the boards in hand. I'm not fully done. So that goal number is at 3 right now. So I think the limit's going to be 4. Like I said earlier in this video, he does have a rework coming alongside the LD extension to his character enhancement board coming up later on for Global. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to jump out of here, and I'm going to go, I'm going to jump out of here real quick, and we're going to go into the burst weapon shop to get a description of his burst weapons. So let's see if we can get it here without me having to pause this video even further. So we're going to get into, where is he? So basically, this is, like I said, this is the finishing ability called Heaven's Light, and this is what happens here. So it's a group melee brave and HP attack. It has all this information you see here. Now, basically, what Sephiroth's burst effect does is like all the enemies has their bravery at 1. Meaning that they become super duper easy to break. Now, according to some, Sephiroth is not one of those characters whose burst weapon is ideally to go after, even after the rework. So, but take that information with a grain of salt, because that's all opinion is worth. In my personal opinion, any opinion, even my own, it's only worth just a single grain of salt. I mean, people may go after it because Sephiroth is there too. But you know what? I mean, he is one of my favorite villains. However, it's just like RG decided, okay, you're not getting his burst weapon, blah, blah, blah. So it's not one of those things that's super spectacular in my personal opinion. So basically the way Sephiroth works best in sense of his skills, regardless if he have his burst weapon or not, is that the first thing you want to do is use skill 1, because it kind of dictates certain things of how Sephiroth's stats work later on in the fight, if that makes any sense. Because if you were to go into skill 2, which he has fewer uses of now on global, it's just like you're kind of making sure he runs out of gas too fast. And unfortunately, the way he is now on global, he's simply not built to last too long in longer fights. So it's one of those, it's like you gotta be careful, like what skill you're using, how many turns he has left in the sense of the buffs he has on himself. And then you don't want to go ham on certain skills too much, because granted, he does have the free skill usage after the EX. He doesn't have a fast enough speed to really like get away with that. And so again, the thing is with him is that for Sephiroth, if you want to start off the fight with him, you got to use skill 1, or alternatively, you want to go into the additional ability first, then skill 1. So it really kind of depends on how well he has Sephiroth built, as well as what risk are you willing to take. Now, he is one of those characters where if he is in an all melee like composition for the fight, he will do your team a great deal. But the thing is with him, in a sense of how he best works, is that, you want to have Sephiroth on your team, but you want to have a second Sephiroth as your buddy unit to make the most out of the burst effect. Because even though it's 3 turns, it's just one of those things that's where to really see it shine, you might as well have your Sephiroth and the buddy Sephiroth in the same team at the same time to make the most out of what it can do. And with that, and that's Sandy right there. He's being a bit of a bad boy. So with that, I'm gonna check the time real quick. Okay, so it looks like I'm doing pretty good on time. So with that, like I said, to do a super quick recap with Sephiroth, it really does depend on the type of composition you have with him team wise, and how you plan on going with him in the sense of on the offense. It's either going to be additional ability, then skill 1, or skill 1 altogether, because you don't want to be using skill 2 right off the gate. Now, with the rework, and I have seen it, so it's one of those things that's like, I'm going to wait till it comes to global to really give a more proper opinion on it. But based on what I've seen so far, it does leave a lot to be desired. And that's the only thing I can really say on the rework. But I'll cover more of the rework when it gets closer to global. Because I'm not the world's biggest fan of spoiling too much, but it is a general spoiler. Sephiroth is getting a rework somewhere down the line. And for a quick reminder, for next month, the February character spotlight is going to be released for Final Fantasy XIV, even month, female character. Now, for March and April, like I said, I am 100% undecided there. I simply do not have any idea where I'm going to go. With that being said, it'll probably be closer to February when I make that decision. So, with that bit out of the way, the next video is, I'm going to be doing this maybe a little while later tonight, is the LD that's coming to Global during the anniversary, because due to a recent stream, there's going to be an LD first for the 3rd anniversary on Global. And I'm just going to go over, the 4 characters who probably are in the running, and which of the 4 is going to be the one that gets it. So with that, I'm done with this video. With Wolvie here, signing off. I will catch you all on the flip side.